gonna use my main profile for this. I have a secondary profile for other stuff. What is going on here? Oh, this must be the opening. That's the sound effect from tennis. This is frickin' Japan World Cup, the game. Whoa. That looks familiar. That's a recycle sound effect, too. Ah, signature plot armor. Oh. Uh-oh. God damn, these are crispy graphics. Uh-oh. Nice throwback to the Toadstool Tour opening. Done in by bombs. Always Mario with the goddamn plot armor. Alright. Yeah, I've noticed some of those grunting noises from Wario and Waluigi seem to be recycled. Fascinating. Alright, well, here we go. As you see, there's something about this art right here that bothers me, because a golf ball is never going to fly at that high of an arc. It's never going to fly at that high of an arc with a wood swing, unless you're doing something horribly wrong. But that's my one little nitpick. Yeah, that's my one little nitpick. I mean, you're going to have a hard time hitting that high with a wedge. Unless it's a lobber. Alright, let's go. Alright, so what we got? We got our basic, our play now mode. We got the story mode. We got guides. We got the solo challenge, which is nice. You know, it's nice that there's some kind of gameplay mode that's not just, you know, the story. It's, you know, like, I guess your more traditional sort of single player experience. And then stats, and then options, of course. Oh wow, lots of stuff. Okay, background matches, yes. Yeah, sure, why not? Hi there! Reaching the dream! Let's see. Yeah, since I've been playing the Japanese version so much, what the hell? I'm gonna do things different and I'm gonna do things in meters. Yards, feet, meters. Yeah, we're going metric today. For all of you that don't know, okay, so basically here's your quick dirty conversion. 10 thirds feet in a meter. It's not exact, but it's good enough. And meters per second is 2.25 miles per hour, 9/4 miles per hour. That's also quote unquote good enough. And then in normal or inverted controls, we'll start with normal. Yeah, we'll start with normal. Okay. Alright. Now, there's a hell lot to take in, so I'd better figure out how shit works. Oh, Lingo. Okay, let's start with Lingo, just because I want to see how my lingo compares to their lingo. Okay, yeah, let's see. Alphabetical order. We got 3 wood. Yep, you know, more left than a driver, more left than a 3 wood. Okay. Address. Addressing the ball, taking a stance, preparing to hit the ball. Yep, of course. Hitting the ball into the wind. Yeah, so like AKA headwind. Albatross, 3 under, also double eagle. Yep, okay, that's standard stuff. Alternating shot is like doubles play. You take turns hitting the ball. Yep, amateur stuff and stuff. Okay, approach shots, the short ones. Approach wedge. Oh, okay. Apron. So basically, I guess that's another word for fringe. The mode area between fairway and putting green is like fringe or green edge or whatever. Lol, mathematics. Mathematics. All right. Back tees. Excellent. So apparently there are upwards of five sets of tees in this game. So that's awesome because that will help a lot in as far as tailoring difficulty goes. As far as tailoring difficulty goes and making sure that the superstar characters aren't like too overpowered or anything. You'll still have a challenge even using them. Let's see. Backspin, backswing. Baffy, yes, that is a term you would have seen when you get to the old time club in Golf Story. Ball mark, stuff. Beach bunker, yep, bunker next to water. Best gross, okay, best total score before factoring in handicap. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Best net score, stuff, birdie. Birdie break, okay, anything better than a birdie. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Never have seen that word used often. Blind, yeah, so impossible to see the greener pin. Yeah, stuff. Break par. Bump and run, yeah, so I use that term in my stream sometimes. When you club up on your chip, on your approach shots, and the ball will just, it runs a lot. Bunker, caddy master. Stuff. Carry. Okay, so that's a term that is important because this game actually will break down all of your shots. That was one of the details that I pointed out in my first analysis of the trailers, that there's like 2 different numbers. There's an orange number that's for the carry, and then there's the blue one for the run of the ball. And of course, how much your ball carries and runs depends on the clubs and lies that you're in. Type of iron with a hollow backside and thicker edges. Yep, so those are like newer irons, whereas the old irons used to be, literally it's just like, it's like the back of your hand, basically. There's those things are hard as hell to use. My dad has old clubs, and oof. So it used to be, there was an expression where if you hit a drive on the screws, or if you hit the screws, then that meant that you hit a good drive, because that meant you had clean contact, because back then wood clubs were actually wood, but there was like a metal face with grooves that were screwed onto the club face. Championship tees, so those are like the super duper hard ones. Chips, cleek, so that's another old club. Oof. Clubs, clubhouse. Clutch. Okay, concede. Well, there's a lot of terminology. Divot tool, yes. It's, yeah, I have one in my golf bag. Double par. Oh, just a score equal to twice par. So, like, if you're doing particularly bad. And then, similarly, triple par is if you give up a hole. That's like the stroke limit. Double Puria. Okay, that must be some weird game thing. Yeah, that's... Okay, so that's like some handicap algorithm. I've never heard of that before. That's cool. So they've really thought of everything here. Drives and fairway rates. Also, like, PGA statistics, it's like, typically it's just the fairway rate is how often your drive lands on the fairway. And in any metric where drive distance is given, it only counts if your ball comes to rest on a fairway. Drop, eagle. Edge of a green. Okay, edge, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of these are straightforward. Flyer. Okay, yeah, so these are the kind of things that come up a lot, like, say, if you're playing punch shots, like, say, in Toadstool Tour, when you play, you know, the irons or the woods low. You could almost call those, like, flyers, for instance. Usually the result of grass or moisture between the club face and ball and impact. So there's not really a flyer effect, per se. Like, the closest equivalent to that would be, like, positive RNG. Like, +4, +5%, etc., etc. That would be, like, a quote-unquote flyer, maybe. Because you do tend to get less backspin with hot RNG than with cold. Fried egg. So I'm gonna take a guess. That is, your ball is buried in the bunker. So and there's like a ring around it from the impact. So it literally looks like an egg, and the ball is the yolk. When the ball is half buried, resembling a fried egg. Yep. Yep. So that's what a fried egg is. So just use your imagination. Fringe, a border around the green of slightly longer grass. Okay. So, yeah, so, like, I guess between the fringe and the green is the apron. I guess. Alright. General area, whatever. Gimme. As in, give me this hole. Gooseneck, a club with a bend in the hosel. Okay. Oh, here we go. Green in regulation. Okay, so... yeah, that's a stat that comes up super important when I talk about, like, you know, the gameplay, because you want green in regulation, because obviously then you have a putt for birdie, and that's the easiest way you're going to get easiest and quickest way you're going to get birdie most of the time. So I'm going to hazard a guess and say that under green in regulation is going to be in this glossary too. Greenside bunker, grooves. Also, that's what those are for. So they impart spin on the ball, in addition to, you know, the divot, the dimples, and all that. Heath or heather. An area of untended land scattered with low bushes. So yeah, heather bushes. Lawn rough, stuff and stuff, hole out, hole in one. Ah yes, the home hole, aka the 9th or 18th. Honors. When you do the best, then, you know, you're entitled to go first. Stuff and stuff. Hosel, part of the golf club where the head connects to the shaft. Okay, yeah, that's right. Hybrid. Swung like a lawn iron, but forgiveness and distance of a fairway wood. Inside out, so that's the stuff. So that's the stuff that'll give you a hook. So like if you're this way and you're trying to swing this way, then it'd be like if it, you know, you come out this way. Yeah, so then that'll impart side spin on the ball that causes it to deviate and stuff. Intentional, yeah, of course. Simple. A lot of these are pretty straightforward. Yeah, member, bound, mulligan. Out of bounds. Outside in, so that's what causes slices, and that is a very common beginner thing. Par save, partner, pin, flaps to flag, stick, flag, pitching wedge, handicap, recovery, yeah, good shot out of a bad situation. So I know most of these. Oh, good luck with that. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. I would have to probably triple my age before that would ever happen, and even then, I would actually... no, wait. I still wouldn't pull it off. Unless I actually got better at the game. Well, that and I would probably be dead if I was triple my current age. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe new technology will happen. Yeah, I think that's more of like an old person thing. Yeah, sway. Yeah, we all do that. Oh, of course, sometimes my problem also is I overcompensate and my body is stiff as a board, and, you know, bad things happen that way too. Sweet spot. Yep. Okay, sweet spots. Teaching pro. Ah, yes, the yips. When you miss putts because you're nervous. Especially short putts. No triple par. Oh, let's see. Under par. No under green in regulation. Pity. No Uger. Undulation. Unplayable ball. So, yeah, if you literally cannot play the ball, like say if, for instance, your ball is nestled right alongside the base of a tree with roots and whatever, then, yeah, you kind of have to, you know, take a drop. Otherwise, you're literally swinging your club at a tree, and you just don't want to do that in real life. Why is wet a word? Okay, sure, sure. Alright, that's our glossary. Okay, that's our lingo. Alright, enough time with that. Yeah, well, it's still, you know, it's nice, you know. Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of these. Okay, I'll try to go through these as quick as I can. Left to aim your... Okay, so control stick for aim, yep. Good stuff. Okay, up is the overhead, alright. Up is the overhead. Oh, so that's what's going on. I didn't even notice this before, or didn't care to comment on it, is that there's two circles. The inner one is the carry, and the outer one is the run. And carry and run is total, obviously. So, hello, sir. Welcome. I am dipping my toes into the new Mario Golf that came out today. So, yeah. I'll definitely, there's going to be more than I'll be able to chew it in this first day. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's the basics. Yeah. So obviously the UI in here has had a massive overhaul. So yeah, carry and run, fair stuff. Yep, up for the overhead, and then from what I can gather from the trailers, the orange part is the carry, and the blue part, like the sort of the semi-opaque blue part on the meter, is the run. Okay. Of course. Okay, now we get to the not golf part. All right. So yeah. So control stick after you swing to run. A to jump. B to dash. Now I'm using a GameCube controller for this, so I have to mentally. Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. There's a right down there. There's the controller overlay. Okay, and then B is dash. Okay. And L for the special dash. And you want to try to run into people. Okay. Curving shots. So draws and fades and good shit. Okay. After setting the power, okay, control stick. So same as other Mario Golf games. And why would you ever reverse the controls? Oh wait. Oh, interesting. Okay, so right is fade and left is draw. Ooh, that's I'll have to decide whether that's going to throw me off or not. I just realized that. Okay, so I guess if I wanted to, I could invert those controls to make it so that it's like similar to other Mario Golf games where if you held left, then the ball would fade right. So, yeah, I have to remember, okay, yeah, it is literally just point in the direction you want the ball to curve. Okay. And, oh, 3 different levels of curvature. Oh, so that's what those arrows are. So, like, instead of, like, however far, shifting the impact point however far on the ball, you do so on the meter. Okay. Oh, and super curves. All right. So the gauge is from 1 to 4 sections. Each section, more curve sections. And the more you have, the more control you'll have over when and where to curve shots. And that's what the spin stat is for. Okay. So yeah, spin is not just like the strength of topspin and backspin, but also like the amount of trajectory control. So this is the kind of thing that makes Metal Mario so overpowered in the N64 game, is the fact that his curve control is just so exorbitantly strong. So I could see where it would be a good idea to invest in spin. Maybe. 2 curves, okay. Okay, and putting. Oh yeah, and of course the good old traditional grid system. Okay, so Y is the power toggler. Okay, so yeah, same color system as previous Mario Golfs, where blue is high and red is low. Same thing. Yeah, so this green grid is almost exactly the same as it is in Toadstool Tour. Oh, you might be right. Yeah, I know other games that do that too, like Disney Golf, for example. So I'm coming in with the expectation that this game is not going to be quote unquote as hard as like say Mario Golf N64 or Toadstool Tour, unless I'm playing from the most furthest back tees. And then okay, yeah, and then A is tapping. All right, approaches. Let's see. Yeah, press Y when using a wedge to hit a half shot. Okay, half shot. That's it? That's it. Did I miss something? Okay. So I guess it's not exactly tied to within a set distance, like, say, 60 yards, like previous games. Fascinating. Okay. Alright, so... Yeah, don't want to be doing too much math now, do we? So our shots can shift based on a variety of factors, including power, lie, and club selection. Okay, yeah, so that's one thing I pointed out in my analysis, is based on, like, kind of the slope of your lie and other stuff, the propensity for the ball to curve. And that is reflected in the shape of the shot meter. The shot meter. I need to invert my web camera. That's what I need to invert. Okay. So risk reward. So as you get closer to full power, then your shot is more likely to deviate. Okay. So I guess the meta is going to be play a bunch of punch shots, huh? That way, then the shots won't. That way the shots won't shift. Oh, I see how this works. Okay, so when you're in a worse lie, then the shift meter thingy changes. And you have an increased risk zone. So that basically takes the place of the impact zone mechanic from previous games. Okay. Okay. And then hilly lies. Flat lies fly straight, stuff and stuff. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because as you can see, the ground is tilting leftward, so that will add a draw to the ball. And, you know, and same thing with downhill. The slope is basically leaning rightward, so the ball will fade. Elevation changes. That will, of course, change the dynamic between carry and run. Yeah, this is all pretty straightforward if you've watched other if you've watched or played other golf games. But yeah, but yeah, that's looking like some pretty gnarly elevation changes in the mountain course. I'm assuming this is the mountain course. And yeah, different clubs, of course, will have different loft, which will in turn change the change things. Okay, so it's demonstrating how the wind is shifting the ball, kind of creating sort of, you know, fade or draw of its own. So yep, tailwind increases carry, and headwinds decrease carry. Yep, all standard stuff. No, okay. Rain effects, okay. This one I need to figure out, because every golf game is a little different with how it treats rain. Okay, so less run. That actually makes sense. In general, you want to hit the ball harder than usual when it's raining. Yeah. I was hoping it would tell me about putting, but maybe I'll have to figure that out on my own. Okay, spin shots. Top spin, increase roll. Okay, so AA is okay, yeah, so AA is top spin, same as Toadstool Tour. So BB is backspin, same thing. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. So BB is super back. Okay, hold on. Let me see that again. So which one was backspin? Oh, just B. Okay. So... Okay, that's weird. Alright, so... Oh, okay, so A is no spin, B is backspin, BB is super back, AA for topspin, and no super top? Sure. Okay. No super top. Alright. Kind of a weird system if you ask me, but... Alright. Rangefinder, okay. Learn how to judge distance. Ah, so this is almost kind of like using those, like, you know, golf scopes that you can get. You can buy these, like, little scope things that have these, like, little gauges on, and lines and gauges on them. And if you, like, and you need to, like, align them up with the green, and, you know, using trigonometry, you can figure out how stuff. I haven't even actually started any gameplay yet, so we'll soon find out. I'm just going through the basics. But... I mean, there's definitely more golf in this game than previous Mario Golf games. So there's both more and less control over your shots here, it seems like. Measuring distance is prohibited in official tournament play. Ah, just like real life. No scope for you. Alright, an elevation finder. Determine elevation change between you and your target. So, I guess that's not part of the heads-up display? Oh, yeah, press R for the elevation finder. Okay, so this is kind of like when you press a button to, like, zoom into your shot, your landing point in other Mario Golf games. Okay, so I'll definitely be using that quite a bit, I feel. Using the R button to, try to analyze shots and whatnot. Ah, that's good to hear. Yeah, I think the consensus is generally that it's a good game. It's a fun game. But yeah, I'll have to see for myself. Okay, so yeah, range and out. So yeah, so that's interesting that the like zoom in function is basically nixed on, you know, tournament play, probably to speed things up, because otherwise, if people are, like, you know, checking their shots, you know, for however long, then a round of 18 could last forever. So, well, Blue already played the game yesterday, and I think he's actually doing a speedrun already now, so he seems to like it. Yeah, he seems to like it. Yeah, okay. Alright.